What's going on, everybody? Gonna go ahead and talk about Married to Medicine tonight. Forgot I got cotton in my damn head and shit. Alright. So I cannot be extremely loud, so if this is coming in low, I do apologize. As y'all can see, I'm in a hotel, so try to be respectful. And it is currently, what is it? Yeah, 10:03. And it just ended, so depending on where you are will depend on, the time difference. This may affect future videos, but we'll see. So a lot has happened in this episode, so this probably gonna be a long review, so y'all might as well just go ahead and grab whatever the hell you drinking on. Not jingling. Y'all might as well just go ahead and get relaxed, because it look like I got some shit to say. Oh heck, come on now. See this that bullshit. Getting ready to do it, saying check atomizer. The fuck? I got clearance to use that because they was like no smoke. I'm like, can I use this? They was like, yeah. I was like, yes. All right. So it starts. Well, you know how every female has a little intro. The only one that I want to mention is Quads, and I'm only mentioning hers because it appears that she's actually doing the website to her puppy line. I don't know if the website actually exists. I'm not really checking for it, so but y'all let me know if y'all looked into it. Just want to bring this up. So even though no relevance to the in my opinion, to the show, but Lisa's daughter wants to at some point be an entrepreneur, so she wants to have a doll business. And her mother asked how much was charged. She was like $20. Lisa was like, well, I bought you one for $100, so can we charge $100? Her daughter was like, yeah. She was like, yes, because we're, what does she say, luxury brand over here. Get the fuck out of here. At least be happy that your daughter is trying to put something out there that is reasonable, because again, regardless if the Lisa Nicole name is on there, unless your brand is truly a brand, nobody's gonna sit here and pay $100 for this damn doll. But whatever, she can drink. Alright, so for Heavenly, they go ahead and they run everything that she has been doing to revamping spaces to, like, I guess either resell or have people come in and actually use as areas to do dentist work. What else? Her charity, so Heavenly's Angels. And even the fact that she's been getting more customers, and now she has the app, so she's talking about how busy she is. And she's riding with Simone, and Heavily asks, why did Jill, Toya's friend, go on this trip, but Toya didn't? Because again, Heavily has to be in the midst of all the motherfucking mess. And Toya pretty much, not Toya, Simone pretty much has made it clear just with everything that's fucking going on. Especially, damn it, I lost my damn train of thought. Y'all, hold on. But, it's pretty much just with everything that's going on, and, everyone knowing that, sides were taken. Of course, she's not gonna bring Toya, but I mean, she could bring Quad. Now, do I feel there was a little bit of shade in that? Yeah, sort of, kind of. But at the same time, Quad has no beef with Jill, so it is what it is. But who really cares? And my thing is this: I wish Heavenly would have just said, "Why the fuck wasn't I invited?" But it is what it is. Now, Heavily, her whole thing is, she has picked a side. I don't care what anybody says, because she says that, well, that Lisa, is a businesswoman and she has children. Why, Quad should not press charges on her for those reasons. Because her whole thing is, black people shouldn't do that to black people. My whole thing is this, I'm all about my people and lifting my people up and everything. But when you come at me with the bullshit, that has to go off to the side. You feel what I'm saying? In my profession, sometimes, I have to make a decision on whether or not to go to bat for somebody. Because my whole thing is this: You know, I know why I'm in the line of business that I am. And I keep that at the forefront of my mind when adversity comes. And I have to conduct myself a certain way because if shit go left, I can't sit here and say, oh, well, I have these bills. I can't sit here and say, oh, well, I have a family of this, that, and the third. Because it may be considered, but my whole thing is this. And I've even heard this, you know, from those ahead of me. It was just like, shit, when motherfuckers do this dumb shit, my question is this. Were you thinking about your family when you did A, B, C, and X, Y, and Z? So because you were not thinking about these things that you want me to think about, why is it a concern? So that's how I feel about the whole Lisa Nicole thing. That's why I feel the way that I feel. Because again, if y'all go back to how Quad dealt with it, Quad did not flip out all up in her face when Lisa Nicole brought up, you know, the whole background check. Now, maybe that happened because it wasn't on camera, but it was still one of those where Quad handled it a hell of a lot better, regardless of what the fuck, you know, came up, and regardless of, you know, bringing, you know, other family members in or not. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about that, because we can't agree to disagree. Whew. I'm giving all this time and all the juicy shit ain't even got here yet, y'all. Now, Simone tells her, you know, not to take sides too quickly, which is a good thing, and I'll talk about this momentarily. And, you know, she even mentions, and, you know, Simone even said in her confessional, you know, for Heavenly to be about, you know, uplifting women, she's the first one to try to dog them out, which she is. My whole thing is this, with Simone saying don't, you know, pick sides too quickly, I cannot say if Donna Simone did or did not, but, and I don't recall if she has reached out to, no, she actually has met with Lisa. Now, whether or not they had a conversation, I do not recall, but we just saw Toya meet with Quad this episode, which I'll get to. I've yet to see Heavenly physically engage in Quad other than a phone call. And she had already drawn the line in the sand where it's just like, oh, well, you know, Quad is this, so I know she was the author of all the bullshit, and it is what the fuck it is, so. So, Toya, real quick, she is throwing Eugene a low-key birthday party, you know, because they got bills, you know what I'm saying? Which is just like, yeah, all your parties should motherfucking be low-key, because her whole thing is, when I take Nomad to the next level, then we can, I cannot deal with her. I swear she's money hungry than a motherfucker. I really do believe that. But her plan is to get everybody drunk at this party, so she can therefore test out her little infusion or fusion, or how the fuck it is, venture, which we'll see on the next episode. And, you know, she's iffy about inviting Quad, especially because she's feeling some kind of way about Quad not inviting her to her trip to, I believe it was LA. So she's gonna meet up with Quad to kind of air things out prior to. The only thing that I want to mention is, again, y'all know how I feel about certain individuals on this show and their parenting, or lack thereof. I should actually say lack thereof, you know, whatever. Y'all know the fuck I mean. I'm trying to figure out why in the hell was her kids on the fucking counters. Now, got it. They're cleaning this and that. I got it. And, you know, they're young. So if they hop off and that dismount ain't good, busting their motherfucking heads. And the reason I'm bringing this up is there was no parental supervision, because she walks in like, what are you guys doing? Again, I've said this in the previous video, I will say this again. If Dr. Eugene ever decides to leave her, all he has to do is just compile everything that has been aired, show that in the courtroom. He will get custody of his children. She will be paying him child support. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm just saying. Because personally, and this is just my opinion, I truly feel that she's an unfit mother. She does not need to be having no motherfucking kids. She's more concerned about mommy juice than her motherfucking children. Said it. Yeah, I said it. Moving the fuck on. So Dr. Heavenly and Toya, they go, well, Heavenly is going to meet with a woman that she has known for quite some time, and I guess has worked with, to work on her dating app. And Heavenly's whole thing is, what I want to do is I want it to be where, you know, instead of just having that person's picture, there's really no picture, but it kind of forces them to actually engage with people and kind of get to know character rather than just, oh my gosh, this person looks like this, and just jumping straight towards that. Of course, Tacky Toya feels some kind of way about that. And if I'm not mistaken, along the lines, heavily called her shallow, but she was like, well, if I was shallow, why would I marry somebody with a stomach? And she pretty much told it because he got the money. I was like, exactly. Even though I'm never hit for heavily, even though I enjoy the shade that she throws, that was one of those where even though it was kind of playful, she at least said the shit to the girl's face. And I think it was more or less because Tacky was like coming for her venture. And I think that, Heavy is like, okay, no, we not finna do this. So, yeah. So the app designer pretty much told her it's gonna cost about a good 30 G's to do this, and that's not marketing, promotion, all other stuff. And Tacky was just like, oh, well, I know somebody that can do it for cheap. But she says it right in front of the lady, which I'm just like, that shit is mad fucking disrespectful. And again, shaded in the motherfucker. Granted, she ain't said this to Quad's face. I'm talking about Helen, but she was like, I'm not Quad. I don't need investors. If y'all didn't catch the underlying tone of that, I'm going to just leave it there. I was like, damn. So, Dr. Jackie, she really did not have much to contribute to this episode, but what I will say is this. This show is titled Married to Medicine. I love the fact that for Dr. Jackie, she is mostly the one that is showing what she does when it comes to the medicine aspect of this show. You mostly see her doing it, followed by Dr. Simone. Excuse me. But you mostly see Dr. Jackie doing it. And I like that. If that's the only reason why they have Jackie on the show, I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? It's like watching Braxton Family Values and they ain't doing no motherfucking singing. You feel what I'm saying? It's like watching Love and Hip Hop and you ain't seeing nobody, singing or rapping. Need I say more? So, she meets with two ladies, a lesbian couple, and they have a child. So I would assume, and they had patient 1, patient 2. I did not get their names down, but I would assume that patient 2, I would assume, carried the child. Not absolutely sure, or maybe they had a surrogate. I don't know. But, Jackie was talking to them and everything, and she connects, and she's like, I can understand not being able to have a child. Because, again, two people of the same sex physically cannot have a child unless they go through other beings. But she was like, but when you finally have the child, you cherish that moment. And, the women, they even said how, it can get hard because, people are not always receptive. My whole thing is this. Fuck what people say. Do you? You feel what I'm saying? And it's just a blanket broadcast. Fuck what people say. Do you live your life? Because people gonna fucking talk. You ain't gotta please motherfuckers. You feel what I'm saying? They gonna sit here and throw dirt on your name while you're living. They gonna throw dirt on your grave when your ass dead. It really doesn't matter. Don't be concerned about what other people gotta say. Worry about you. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Moving on. So, Dr. Heavily is at home, and she is talking to Dr. Damon about the Al Business venture. Now, he really thought that, she was just playing, but his whole thing is, your plate is already full. Why are you adding more onto this plate? And, they began to, I'm not going to say it was an argument, but it was starting to escalate to that. And they're doing this in front of a lawyer. That started to upset me. And my whole thing is this. One of them at least knew this shit was going to start to build. They should have dismissed her right then. You know what I'm saying? Granted, children are not stupid. They know what's going on. It's one thing to have a dispute. The children know what's going on, but they're not there to hear it. Rather than a child is sitting there hearing it and then gets dismissed halfway through. You feel what I'm saying? Children, I'm not saying when they know, but you never do that in front of them. You feel what I'm saying? Now, you have some people that feel differently, where it's just like, let the children see us argue and see us reconcile so they know. But, still, I'm very, very iffy about that. That's not some shit that kids really need to see. You know what I'm saying? That's me personally. But I don't have children, so those of you with children, y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. But they're arguing in front of her. And, you know, she said she grew up struggling. Dr. Damon was just like, shit, I grew up struggling. But she was saying that with her growing up struggling, you know, her mother had always instilled in her that, you know, you need to have more than one source of income, you know, and not to depend on a man. And she even went on so far as to say, you know, I don't want to just depend on you like other women. Wonder who the fuck that shade was thrown at. Now, some people say that wasn't shade thrown nobody, but it's heavenly. It was thrown. Okay, all I'm gonna say is this: if y'all wonder who was throwing it, I'm just say it's tacky. But I'm not gonna say who the person's name is, though. Now, Dr. Damon finally realizes, okay, this thing is escalating. So it's at this point he tells the Lord to go upstairs. She's like, "What? Are we arguing? Still not some shit you do in front of your motherfucking daughter." You feel what I'm saying? You know what, let me say this before I forget, because you know I will say I'm going to come back to a point, and I forget to come back to the point, but let me say this. For Dr. Heavily to want to sit here and worry so fucking much about, you know, being a relationship expert, she needs to worry about the relationship with her fucking children. She needs to worry about why the fuck her daughter is always getting her smooth the fuck together. You know, I wonder what is the relationship between her boys, because I've only seen them on camera once, and that was very limited interactions with them. And it's not because, you know, like I said, because if they didn't want to be on camera, they would have never showed them. Now, I don't know if they necessarily don't want to really have FaceTime, or if there's an issue between her and the boys. But that's something that I'm really not feeling. You feel what I'm saying? She needs to worry about that. If she wants to do this app, I'm just going to be completely honest. She can work on this shit in the background. And then when all her kids fly out the nest, go ahead and do it. But it's one of those things where it's just like, this is the lifestyle that she has chosen for herself. And it's real hard to sit here and try to, you know, backtrack now that you've already established this foundation of how the fuck you living. But again, if your damn relationship with your damn family ain't straight, and I'm not just talking about her husband, she need not be sitting here trying to help somebody get a man and get a woman. Real motherfucking talk. But Heavily is now starting to feel that her submitting was a wrong idea. But you was the main one last season trying to sit here and tell all these other women to submit. And, you know, Damon pretty much walks away, and that does not sit well with her. Now, here's one thing that I'm going to say. I am not against, and I'm not even in a relationship, but I'm not against Heavily, you know, doing the app venture. But what I am against is the reasoning behind why you're doing it, because I don't think that there's a passion there. I don't. Because if you really think about it, if y'all go back to last season, you will see that, you know, she said, you know, I work a couple of hours, but I ain't got to work a whole lot. I come home to daddy, this, that, and third, whoop, wop, whoop. But slowly but surely, when she compared herself to the other women, you know, more or less Dr. Jackie, Dr. Simone, and even Lisa, shit, boy, like, we could throw motherfucking quad hustling ass up in there. But the first three, she saw just how fucking inadequate she was. More or less to Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone. So for her, it's like, okay, well, I need to do something to, you know, build myself up. That's why she's doing these things. That's why I'm against it. If she was doing these things for the right fucking reason, and because it's truly a passion, truly something that she wants to do, rather than try to keep up with the Joneses, you feel what I'm saying? Because from what I see, they ain't hurting. Nah, dang nabbit. I didn't kind of win that damn thing. But they not hurting. They not want for anything. You feel what I'm saying? Get back to this. So that's my whole thing. That's why I feel kind of way about her doing the motherfucker now. So Dr. Damon goes to his, I would assume it's his man cave, and playing music to decompress. She knocks on the door, tells somebody that she rolls her eyes and walks off. You know, and she even says that, you know, well, Dr. Damon, he likes to internalize things and then talk about it. I just like to fuss and argue and get it all out right then. Yeah, because you like the damn drama. But she doesn't like the fact that he does not, you know, go about arguing over the way that she likes to. It is what it is. But my whole thing is this: she should probably be happy that he knows when to disconnect and remove himself. Because all I'm going to say is this, I can't speak for every male, but you know, everybody has that breaking point. The last thing you want to do is put your man in the corner and he gets to the point where he's agitated and them hands go. I'm not saying them hands, but them hands go. He knows what he's doing. Let the man do what he do, you know what I'm saying? But you know, Dr. Damon whole thing is like he's gonna have to take 2 days off. But what he's saying is, you know, like I said, you know, you gotta take care of the family. And it's not just him, you know, of course they have 3 kids, you know, but you piling all this other stuff up is not helping. Especially when the kids are already used to you being a certain way. And now you're doing all this other stuff. So what Damon's trying to say without saying it is you're neglecting your damn children and your husband. Trying to sit here and chase after some shit. All I'm gonna say is this, and if Dr. Heavenly is watching this, I hope you're hearing what your man is saying without saying it. Because just as women will sit here and say, you know, say things a certain way and they want you to interpret it, he's doing the same exact thing. Because typically men are direct, and he's being direct, but there's an underlying tone to it. And if she ain't catching it, damn it, I'm here delivering it. Whew, I'm working on this video. Need me another motherfucking beer. Alright. So Quad and Toya. Quad stops by to deliver Eugene's gift. Because she's not sure if Lisa is going to be at this event. So in the event that Lisa is, you know, she at least wants to make sure that she gives the gift before. You know, being thoughtful. Toya's whole thing is, you know, it shouldn't matter. If you're friends with my husband, then you should be there. But at the same exact time, I understand both sides, but I'm here for Quad in this instance. Sorry. And, you know, so it brings up the trip and how she was jealous. And, you know, Quad pretty much says that, you know, she needs distance and time. Now, Toya says that she had reached out. And Quad's whole thing is, no, not really. Because she was like, when the thing initially popped off, Dr. Heavily called me. And when that phone call happened, what you did is you automatically went to the whole, you know, Lisa wouldn't have just did this, so what is it that you did? And Quad's whole thing is it's almost like she was validating what Lisa did based off Quad's actions. Totally understand what Quad is saying. And of course that made Quad feel some kind of way. And Quad's whole thing is look, I ain't going. But Quad also felt that real quickly Toya took sides. And she did. She really fucking did. So it is what the fuck it is. Moving on. So now we're at Eugene's party. Go ahead, try to get to you. 22, almost 23 minutes. I told you it was gonna be a long review, y'all. But I'm trying to give it to y'all, give y'all all the good stuff, give y'all some nuggets of wisdom, but not get too loud and turned up, okay? Just saying. So, so you have John and Jill's husband. So John asks what is in Heavenly's car, and it's one of those, you know, pine tree air fresheners that sit out on the mirror. And Jill's like, oh, that's an air freshener. He was like, and a Bentley? Jill was like, oh, it's probably a Chrysler with a Bentley sticker on it. Y'all, I nearly about fell the fuck out. I was doing my best and I laughed my ass. So I'm just like, the shade is real. The fucking shade is real, y'all. So Jill brings up the strip club. And heavily in the confessionals, I'm happy that it got brought up. My whole thing is this, if that was the case, you could have easily just said, you know what? This happened a while ago. I don't want to talk about it. Okay. Now, mind you, with what I'm about to say, Dr. Damon, so you have Dr. Heavily and her husband, you have Jill and her husband. Dr. Damon never says anything during what I'm about to talk about. Remember that. So Jill brings up the strip club, and, you know, Jill calls Lisa handing out, well, one, Heavily was just like, you know, why would a female, you know, even go up to Lisa and mention Darren when, you know, in doing that, that's probably fucking with her cash. But Jill was just like, but wasn't she the same one You know, what did she say? How did she say it? You know, she pretty much called Lisa's business venture a pyramid marketing scheme and like handed out that shit. I'm saying like y'all can't say it. Again, this is the shit that has me about to motherfucking holler like I mean you have Dr. Heavenly with the shade. But damn it, I'm telling y'all, Jill got a little fire up in it. I'm starting to feel Jill, you know, just a little bit. But you know, Heavenly, she feels that you know all strippers or most strippers are prostitutes. And John says he knows dentists, he knows nurses, he knows students that are strippers, but they're not prostitutes. And Heavenly, you know, pretty much says that, you know, based off facts, you know, most or more or less, if not all, strippers are prostitutes. And John was like, well, you know what happens when you assume. Now, Heavenly got in her face. She was like, oh, well, I don't like to talk to men. I want to talk to the woman. And John felt some kind of way, and he was like, you know what? And he removes himself and just removed himself from the table. Now, I know some people will say, okay, well, he should not have been in women business. The conversation's being held at the table. Granted, yes, between, you know, two women. And he wanted to just kind of give his insight. Now, my thing is this. When Jill brought up the conversation, if Dr. Heavenly wanted to just be a one-on-one, as soon as it came up, she'd be like, you know what, why don't we go off and talk to the side? You know, this is woman talk. But by staying at that table, it was open to everybody, and it was open for anyone to jump in. And I in no way felt that he was attacking her. Not to mention, you know, Dr. Heavenly be the main one sitting here trying to shade and read a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? So, but again, y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. I don't think, you know, there was any ill intention or whatever, any ill will. So that pretty much ends that. You know, Dr. Simone, she comes in, her whole thing, she want to give this thing a try because, you know, her and Toya, they're starting to move, you know, in a different direction, you know, kind of getting back to where they used to be. And Dr. G shows up without Quad, but he says that, you know, she's busy. And Dr. Heavenly said in her confessional, I believe, oh, she's working on her puppy line. When she spent more time doing that, she wouldn't have time to run background checks. Well, we can say the same exact thing for Lisa Nicole. Better yet, we can sit here and say for you, if you spent more time, you know, working on your family, working on all these motherfucking business ventures, you wouldn't have time to sit here and be up in everybody's motherfucking business, being able to sit here and shade and read motherfuckers in confessions that you cannot do to a person's motherfucking face. Because they're the same motherfucking thing for you. Trying to keep myself calm. Again, I'm trying not to get lived up. I'm not trying to get the fuck out. You know, I'd have paid $90-something odd for this motherfucking hotel, so I'm trying to get the fuck out. What else? So, Donna Simone brings up that she's going to have like this little basketball game and invite everybody. These codes like, oh, well, you know, I can do this with the cheerleaders, just throwing herself in there. And Donna Simone is like, okay, well, you know, I do want to mention that, you know, you are not invited, Lisa Nicole. And you could tell she just took that and she was like, I want you to understand that this is not personal, but because I am inviting Quad, I'm not inviting you. And hold on, y'all, hold on. Now, Heavenly begins to defend Lisa, you know, pretty much saying that, you know, well, if somebody brings up some shit about your motherfucking husband, you know, any woman is going to lose it. And Lisa even said that every woman will respond the same exact way she did. Dr. Jack's like, I would. You feel what I'm saying? And I would have, and it's one of those ways, it's like, if you are going to have a sit down, especially when you just started the fuck shit, you should anticipate anything happening. You should anticipate anything fucking going left. Anything. So it's one of those ways, it's like, I hear what Lisa Nicole is saying, but I'm unbothered by it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one of those ways, like, she is trying to find any which reason to validate the fuck shit. Not, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself on that. Hold on. Toya jumps in, and, you know, she's like, oh, well, it is personal, it is personal. Now, here's my whole thing. Toya. you already know you and fucking Simone are on the house. My whole thing is this would have been one of the moments where if I'm on the house with a motherfucker, I would just sit there and do this. I wouldn't have had to pay about shit. Not shit. Especially because Lisa Nicole's a grown ass woman. I'm pretty sure that this business savvy woman can articulate herself. Does not need somebody else to be a bullshit blocker. So Jackie asked Lisa if she reached out to Quad, and she was like, well, you know, she said that she's a Taurus, and when I get mad, you know, she's like, no. What I'm asking you is, did you reach out to her, and, you know, did you fess up to your part? Been waiting to hear Dr. Jackie say that to her. And Simone even says to Lisa, you cannot blame your actions on somebody else. You cannot sit here and say, because you said and did this, excuse me, this is why I'm doing all this. You know, let alone if you had a butt in there. But she was like, what you should probably say is, I said this and I said this and I did these things because I was hurt and I was angry. And then just fucking apologize. But of course, Lisa's not trying to hear that. She's finding every which reason to have a rebuttal. Again, this shit is fucking crazy. And, you know, of course, Simone gets turned. Now, Lisa says, Lisa feels that Quad is pulling Simone's string. And Lisa also went so far as to say that, Simone has flipped out plenty of times, so let's the pot call the kettle black. Now, let me say this, and I need for y'all I need my fact checkers to come on through. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't recall Simone ever putting her hands on anybody on the show. She done flipped out. She done got in the motherfucking face. She done, you know, probably read a bitch their Miranda rights. I've never once seen her put her hands on somebody. So there's a difference between somebody flipping out and somebody throwing drinks on somebody and throwing glasses. I think there is a huge fucking difference in that. Just saying. But again, Lisa keeps saying that I just want this to be over. If you want this to be over, admit your fault. Say that you was wrong. Bite the fucking bullet. And just let that be it. But she doesn't want this thing to be over, because that's going to kill her motherfucking story like she ain't got one. And Simone leaves. Now, I did not catch everything that was going to happen on the next episode, because I was trying to hurry up and get everything together so I can give you guys a video. All I'm going to say is this. Somebody said some shit to motherfucking... Look, I'm ready for next week. I need my motherfucking cable in there to be ready for next motherfucking week. I'm telling y'all. All I know is somebody was talking to fucking Quad, I think like on a red carpet or something, talking about blogs, and Quad was like, I don't do the blogs. He was like, but Lisa Nicole do, and she need to be worried about why her man is having sex with me. I need about fell the fuck out. Bravo was playing, but I cannot wait for next week. So you guys, that is all that I have for Married to Madison. If you guys are looking for basketball wise, this hotel does not have VH1. So basketball wise, let me say this. Most of these videos are probably going to be late this week because of transitioning and all this other stuff. So videos are going to be late. Hopefully you guys can understand. Hopefully you guys bear with me, but I will try my best to make sure these other videos are lively enough to make up for the tardiness. So thank all of you for the prayers, for, you know, keeping me in your thoughts. It is greatly appreciated. Again, I'm not done. I still have 2 hours left, but again, I said God is on my side and I'm going to make it to the next destination. But again, thank all of you. Like I said, this video is my way of saying thank you. I want to go ahead and get this out to you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Like I said, I cannot wait to hear you guys' response to this video. So please rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video wherever you like to share these videos. If you would like to link on me socially, all of my social media information is in the description box down below. Really quick, just quick shout out to Just Read My Book. Like I said, I do apologize that I wasn't able to really contact you, but she has reached out, and you know is really trying to be hospitable to me since she's in North Carolina. So if anything, I'll try to link up with you when I get sold in. But thank you so much for it, you know, even being considerate and all the other stuff, you know. Seriously, thank you. And yes, I will see you guys on the next video. So until then, you know, be safe. I love all of you. I really, really do. Have a fantastic, fantastic evening. And yeah, that's it. Peace.